Good morning, student. Today we are going to see valence bond theory of complexes. This theory is basically given by Pauling in 1931. This theory in 1931 extended the valence bond theory. That is, Pauling extended valence bond theory in 1931 to the coordination compound in order to explain the nature of bonding between metal atoms and ligands. Now we are going to see important postulate of VBT. First postulate is the metal ligand bond in coordination compound takes place by donation of pair of electron by ligands to the central metal ion or atom. Each ligand contains at least one orbital containing lone pair of electron. Each metal ions makes available vacant orbital equal to its coordination number. The vacant orbital of metal ion undergoes suitable type of hybridization. So basically your valence bond theory deals with hybridization of orbital. So the vacant orbital of metal ion undergoes suitable type of hybridization to give same number of vacant hybrid orbital having equivalent energy and definite geometry. The vacant hybrid orbital of the metal ion overlap with the filled orbital containing lone pair of electron of the ligand to form ligand to metal. It is important. This is read as ligand to metal coordinate bond. To form ligand to metal sigma coordinate bond, which is a special type of covalent bond. The number of type of vacant orbital, which is equal to the coordination number of your central metal atom taking part in hybridization, decide the type of hybridization and hence the geometry of the complex. Now this table is too much important. If the coordination number of central metal atom is 2, then the hybridization according to VBT it is SP. So these are two orbital of central metal atom, that is 4s and 4p, undergo hybridization to give sp hybrid orbital. The sp hybrid orbital basically have linear geometry. That's why your complex have linear or diagonal geometry. So in this geometry we see that your metal is present at the center while two ligands are apart from each other at 180-degree angle. Example of such a complexes is AgNH3 by 2, 2 plus, and AgCN by 2, 2 minus. If your central metal atom have coordination number 3, that is it possesses 3 ligand. So hybridization is sp2. So basically your these 3 orbital undergo hybridization, that is 4s, 4px, 4py, and geometry is trigonal planar. So in this case we see that metal atom is situated at the center and 3 ligands are joined with your central metal atom in trigonal planar geometry manner, and angle between them is 120. Example of this type of complex is HgI3 minus. This complex show trigonal planar geometry and sp2 hybridization. Now just see, if central your coordination number is 4, it is important, and type of hybridization if it is sp3. So just see the orbital. If you, in sp3 hybridization your 4s, 4px, 4py and 4pz, this orbital basically undergo hybridization from central metal atom. So geometry is obviously tetrahedral. So this is the geometry of your complex. Example of such a complex is NiCO4 CuX4 2 minus, where X stands for halides. Now just see, If a coordination number, it is important, student should note it. If coordination number is 4, but the hybridization is DSP. Just see, we have for 4 coordination number, we have 2 types of hybridization. One is SP3, second one is DSP2. And this is the important thing. For SP3 hybridization, geometry is tetrahedral, and hybrid and orbital which go hybridization is 4s, 4px, 4py, 4pz. But in case of your DSP2 hybridization, your orbitals which are going under hybridization is 3dx square minus y square, 4s, 4px, 4py. And that's why geometry for DSP2 hybridization, it is square planar. So bond angle is 90 degree in such a case. An example of this type of complexes are NiCN by 4 2 minus Ni, NH3 by 4 2 plus copper, Cu NH3 by 4 2 plus. For coordination number 5, again we have 2 types of hybridization. Just see. So first we are going to see DSP3 hybridization. When your 3D orbital is used or inertial orbital is used in a hybridization, then it is known as inner orbital complexes. So just see here, in this case in DSP3 hybridization, your 3dz square, 4s, 4px, 4py and 4pz orbital undergo hybridization. So inertial orbital is used. So these complexes are known as inner complexes. So in this case, geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. So just see all solid lines in this case. In this case, we have 2 types of bond angle. Ligand which are present in the plane with respect to metal show bond angle of 120, while ligand which are perpendicular to your central metal atom have bond angle 90. Example of such a complexes are CuCl5 3 minus FeCO5 0. If coordination number of central metal atom is 5 and hybridization is sp3d. So just see here, orbitals which are undergoing hybridization is 4s, 4px, 4py, 4pz, 4d x square minus y square. So in such a cases, the geometry is square pyramidal. So in these complexes, all bond angle is of 90 degree. The example of such a complexes are SbF5 2 minus or IF5. In case of six coordination number, again we have 2 types of complexes. One with D2sp3 hybrid orbital. If your 3dx square minus y square, 3z square, 4s, 4px, 4py, 4pz orbital if undergo hybridization, so in such a cases we got D2sp3 hybridization. And if sp3 D2 orbital go undergo hybridization, if your 4s, 4px, 4py, 4pz, 4dx square minus y square, 4dz square orbital undergoes hybridization, then it is known as sp3 D2 hybridization. In both, just this is important, in both hybridization geometry is octahedral. When your coordination compound have coordination number 6, So it can go two types of hybridization. D2sp3 hybridization, that hybridization also have octagonal geometry, or it undergo sp3d2 hybridization that also have octahedral geometry. So example of D2sp3 hybridization complexes are CrNH3 by 6 3 plus, MnCN by 6 3 minus, FeCN by 6 3 minus. In these examples, hybridization is D2sp3. They have octahedral geometry. Example of your sp3d2 hybridization are COH2O by 6 2 plus and NiNH3 by 6 2 plus. They also have octahedral geometry. So just see here, when your 3dx square in this hybridization, your inertial orbitals, that is basically 3d and 3z's, they are inertial orbital. That's why it is known as inner orbital complexes. And in this case, your outer orbitals are used. That's why they are known as outer orbital complexes. So we are now going to see in detail what is the meaning of inner hybrid complexes and outer orbital complexes. Now complexes with coordination number 6, that is octahedral geometry, those complexes in which central metal ion exhibit coordination number 6 and undergo D2sp3 or sp3d2 type of hybridization are called octahedral complexes. Depending upon the type of hybridization of octahedral complexes are classified into two types: inner orbital complexes as well as outer orbital complexes. In this type of octahedral complex, in inner orbital complexes, in this type of octahedral complexes, the central metal ion undergo D2sp3 type of hybridization. The orbital involved in this type of hybridization is n-1 dx square minus y square, n minus dz square, ns, npx, npy, npz. As to orbital involved in a hybridization belongs to inner shell, that is basically they are talking about your 3d and 3z orbital in these examples. As to orbital involved in hybridization belongs to inner shell, hence these complexes are known as inner orbital complexes. In inner orbital complexes, number of unpaired electron in metal ion generally decreases. It is important. Hence such complexes are also known as low spin complexes. Example are FeCN6 3 minus, FeCN6 4 minus, COCN6 3 minus. Generally, your inner orbital complexes are formed when strong ligands like CN, CO are attached with your central metal atom. This is the important statement. CN and CO generally they are strong ligand. When they are attached to your central metal atom, they are going to form low spin complexes. That is, they force your central metal atom to form inner orbital complexes if possible. Now, what is outer orbital complexes? In this type of octahedral complexes, central metal atom undergo sp3d2 type of hybridization. The orbital involving in this hybridization is ns, npx, npy, npz, ndx square minus y square, ndz square. As d orbitals involved in hybridization are from the shell, that is outer shell. and these complexes are called outer orbital complexes. In outer orbital complexes, the number of unpaired electrons in a central metal ion generally do not change. This statement is too much important, and hence such a complexes are known as high spin complexes. They form in the presence of weak ligand. So in short, we can summarize our topic. Your weak ligands form high spin complexes, that is your outer orbital complexes, while your strong ligand forms low spin complexes, that is inner orbital complexes. So example of outer orbital complexes is Fe F6 3 minus, FeH2O 6 2 plus, COH2O 6 2 plus, etc. In our next class, we are going to see octahedral complexes with D1, D2 and D3 configuration. Thank you very much.